In our last videos, we learned about the importance of physical and emotional health. Today we're going to cover a very important area, money. This lesson will include brief discussions on the importance of saving, investing, and dealing with debt. This section is not designed to be comprehensive, it's really designed to give you a good starting point. So why do we have a section on money? Have you ever heard the phrase, money makes the world go around? I know that money isn't everything. There are certainly things that I think are more important than money, but that doesn't change the fact that money is an important part of what makes our world function. I mentioned a fairly simple strategy during the last bootcamp session on health. I said that one of the easiest ways to improve your physical health is by eating less and exercising more. Pretty easy, right? Now I'm going to apply that very same simple concept to money. If you like money and want to have more of it, spend less and earn more. Sounds simple. But don't get me wrong, saving money is tough. With all the interesting things for sale nowadays, impulse buying has become a major problem for most Americans. That's why I want to stress the power of saving money. Not only will it mean that you'll have more cash to spend, but it also means that you're well on your way to financial independence. Before I go into any details on the subject of money and finance, I want to start by letting you know that I'm not a certified financial advisor, but I do have suggestions from other experts that have worked with countless people. Your needs for financial advice will vary substantially depending on where you are in your life financially. With that in mind, I'm going to share with you some simple tips that have worked in different areas. One simple starting point is to do a financial checkup. There are two primary places to do this. The first is to create a budget. You can do this by first identifying all your expenses. This can be done by going through credit card statements, checkbook, and your cash receipts. Add it up for a month, and those are your expenses. Now, make sure your income is greater. Your income should be greater than your expenses. If it's not, it's time to start cutting back on non-essentials. The second part of your financial checkup is to analyze your assets and your liabilities. You can use this information to determine your net worth. Your net worth is determined by first adding up your total assets, including your home, car, investments, and anything else you have of value. Then determine your total liabilities. This includes money that you owe, maybe a mortgage, a car loan, or debt on your credit cards. Your net worth is equal to your total assets minus your liabilities. Your goal, of course, is to increase your net worth. There are three general areas that I'd like to cover about money. They include getting out of debt, saving, and investing. For today's boot camp, we're going to focus more on dealing with debt. To begin with, here's a good guideline that could help you avoid debt. Don't spend more than you earn. It's a pretty simple rule. But debt can come from a variety of other situations. Some people have spending addictions. Occasionally, debt arises from a personal hardship, like a bad divorce or some unexpected health trouble. Some people, however, just aren't all that experienced at budgeting their money, which often leads to debt. I'd like to share a couple of tips for dealing with debt. Step number one is to develop a personal financial plan and make sure you know where each dollar is spent. That will go a long way towards avoiding debt before it begins. Step number two is to stop spending money unless you absolutely have to. Cut out all those extraneous purchases, new clothing, new CDs, new movies, and everything else. Step number three is to seek the help of a qualified financial advisor. This is a good tip, whether you're in debt or not. And step number four, if you're in debt, don't panic. Try to lay out a payment schedule for yourself and make a payment whenever you can. Just don't spend anything else while you're in debt that you don't need to spend. In our next session, we're going to focus on saving and investing. And now for our question of the day. Why do you think there are so many people in debt? Is it lack of self-control? Is it poor planning? Or just challenging times? Please answer and provide your comments below. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on our next video.